As I already told you, there are main two different type of the blueprints available into the Unreal. First, if you see the tool menu here, we have open level blueprint, new empty class, this option and this option.
जी कब शुरू करेंगे?
I guess it is already started, right?
Yes, it's a started. Session is ongoing now.
Okay, yeah. Suresh ji, you can't see my screen?
Sapnil ji, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. You can see my screen, right, Sapnil?
Hello.
Yes, yes. It's there. All going on.
Okay, awesome. So when we talk about
Hello.
blueprint, first we have open level blueprint over here. If I click over here, then we'll get options, right? This is the blueprint, level blueprint. And if I click on the blueprint here, we have new empty blueprint class. The same option we have over here, add new and the blueprint class over here. When I click over here, we're getting the lots of options, right? First is a actor, pawn, characters, player controllers, right? So different options are available over here. We'll see some options today and some option into the upcoming lectures. Now, first of all, we'll try to understand, right? This is my third person character games. What I'll do, I'll create the new level first. First of all, new level, right? So I've created this new level over here. When I'll go over here blueprint and say open 11 blueprints over here, we can see there are two options are available. First is a event begin play, and this is the event tick. If we talk about the event tick, this is a every frames, right? If I want to show any display during my games, so I need to connect with this node. Here we can say this is the exist pin, right? So event begin we have over here. Now if I go to my game and just start and play, so my game is playing continuously. There are no delay or I can stop or quit my games because there are no connections, no information I have provided in my blueprint. Again, I'm showing I have gone over here blueprint and click on the open level blueprint over here. If I click, it will open this window. Okay. Now what we'll do here, if you see this code is coming into the red in color, that is depending upon what kind of the functionality or the script or the node we are adding over here. That is really very important. Now I'll not select anything. If I want to add event or the nodes over here, I need to do the right click on this graph, right? If I'm dragging this into, so those option only will open which is relevant to this node. So as of now, I'll just do the right click over here. I'll just type delay. I want my game has to be delay. After the typing delay here, we are getting the option that is a functional. If you'll see, this is coming into the different colors. So this is the, differentiate how we can do what kind of event or the blueprint or the script we have added or the node we have added into our scene, right? So what I'll do, I'll connect this node with my this node. Unreal is so powerful. If I'm assigning into the wrong, here you can see the red mark over here. Execution pin is not compatible with this float, so I can connect with this, right? If I'll see the delay, there is an option is called the duration. That is a 0.2 frame. I'll make it 2. I want my game duration is for the 2 seconds only. After applying or connecting with any node, we always have to do the compile. If you'll see, this is the question mark over here. You need to click on that. This is good to go. And save. Now, where you have to save, where your level is saved. When we talk about this, and if I'll say file, save, it's asking me the save. I'll say the new mob and the save. I'll go to my blueprint script. I'll just say compile and save. Where I have saved my level, it will save there only. If I go and play, here you will see after 2 seconds, it's nothing, it's not stopping, it is continuous playing. Now why that's so? I need to give command. It will get delay, but after 2 seconds what? So what I want, after completed this, it has to quit game. Quit game. Here you can see this is again the functionality. Here you can see the different functions are over here. Here we have the multiple options. Even when we talk about the quit references or quit background you want, or it will stop into a background, or the totally quit I want. Again, if I added or did the modifications to my blue script, right, to the blueprint, I'll click on this compile and click on the save. I'll go over here and I'll just start and play from here. Here you will see after 2 seconds my game is stopped automatically. Again, I'm into a edit mode. When you see this characters, this icon over here, that means I'm not into my gaming mode. If I want to go to the gaming mode, I need to click this arrow and say play. So my game started to play over here. If you want more durations, type 10 seconds. If I want, again, whatever modification you did, we need to click on this compile and click on this save. Again, if I'll go, otherwise I can directly play over here. My game window will open from the blue script. See, after 10 seconds, my game will stop. See, it's automatically gets stopped. So with this simple node, I can make changes as per my requirement, right? So this is the node how we have taken and how we have edited over here. Now we'll try to understand what is a variable, how we can edit the variables in our scene. When we talk about the variables, on my right hand side, on my left hand side here, you can see this is the options we are getting over here. We have variable, we have macros, we have functions. If I want to search how many blueprint script I have in my script editor, control shift and F. Now here you see this is totally showing a blank because I need to type over here event and enter. So which script is with the, or which the node is started with the event is everything showing you over here. Event begin play, event begin overlap, event take, event begin play, right? So all script which is started from the event word, it's showing you over here. If I change into function and enter, which is started from the function or which is for the functional node, that will open over here. See, light function materials, set light functions materials. Control Alt and Shift to open this window. Control Alt and F, so that will find in the blueprint. That is the tips I can say in the blueprint editor. Now we are talking about the more about the variable, right? Here first we try to understand what the other options we have. Here we have the new event over here. If I click over here, I can add the different variables or the nodes from this list. Event graph, we have functional, macros, variable, event dispatch. We can compile this, save, browse if we want to open and find. If I click on this file, that I can find over here. Hide unrelated, the script class setting if you want to add, right? That settings will get up here. If I click on display in the simulations we have, this is the simulations over here. If you'll see the arrow will gonna start if that is applying to our characters over here. So there are multiple options we have over here. Now we'll talk about more about the different variables what we have. When we talk about the variable can be created in the variety of different types. On your left hand side, including data types such as the boolean, integer and the float, as well as reference type of holding things like objects, actor or particular classes. Array of each variable types can also be created. Each type is a color coded. When we talk about the color coded, here you can see this is the by default event bits coming into this red or the maroon color. Here we have this bluish type of the colors, right? Now first we'll see the variables. If I click on this variable, here you can see the other options is open over here. So we are not able to see each and every node's property into the detail panels. Here we have the detail panels. When I talk about these variables, here we have, right? We have the booleans, we have the byte, integer 64, property references, float, name, string, text, vector, rotator, transform, structure, interface, right? So there are many variations on this. This is divided and display as per the color. If you'll see over here, now this is the different options I can give. I'm giving this set over here. Now my boolean is become into the different activity over here. Make this variable contain array, set, or map. See, this is the options we have, right? Here you can say variable coming into red in color. I can change my variable. Now what are the different variables we have? If I will click over here, or if I want to modification hidden on and off, we can do. This is hidden. If I do click on this plus sign, here we have the new variable. Now first we'll talk about the boolean variable. I've just click over here, the same option we have, boolean is coming red in color, drag and drop. We have the get new variable, we have set variable. First, we'll try to understand what is a get variable. It create the only the one node. Shortcut key to create is control drag and drop. Control drag and drop to select variable into our graph editor. I'll just select this node and just delete that. Again, I'll just delete this, right click, and you can delete that. If you want to give the name F2 delay underscore display. If you see, my variable name is now into the float. Now we'll try to understand what is a boolean. Boolean showing into the maroon color true or false value. It take very less amount of RAM. I'll just drag and drop over here. First we'll get the set. If I'll drag and drop and if I'll say set, here we'll see the different properties over here. Right here, after click on the compile, here will say it's showing after selecting any variable, it's showing you the please compile the blueprint. I'll need to click on this compile, then only I will see the delay display. Select on this delay display, right? So what I'll do first, I'll just create the delay display over here. I'll change into the float. This is my boolean, sorry. If I click over here boolean, and if I'll change into the byte over here, change the variable type. So this is into the byte. Here you say my colors got changed over here. Now when we talk about the byte, it's showing into the Sherpa blue color. Whole numbers value between 0 to 255. This number will come if I'm using byte type. It's coming between 0 to 255. Smallest data type we can use, we have integer. Integer is used into the sea green color. I'll just select and delete. Here you can see this is a sea green color. Whole number values minus 2,15,037, right? Or it can be the minus highest value, but will take more memory. See, all these variable we can connect with this node because I have to give some points. I have to give some value. Some variable worked on the true or false, right? So that is about the integer. Then I will change into integer 64. I'll just click over here, or I can select over here if we have 64. See, this is change variable type. Just click on that. I'll go over here. Now this is coming in mouse green color. Now mouse green whole number value minus means which was the previous was integer value, right? So in 64 we'll get double numbers if we are assigning any numbers to our functional. So that time we'll use these variables. Now we'll see the float. If I click over here and say float, change variable, yes, it's changed. this is showing into a yellow greenish color, right? If I just select and say compile, here we have the value. See this? So whenever we'll change our variables, we need to click on this compile and the save. So here we'll get the property of that particular variable. When we talk about the name over here, if I'll select the name and say change variables, it's change. Now select and say compile. Now here we'll see the display. Here you can see the properties got changed. This is a place of the text used to identify something in the game, right? It means if I want to show, the HUD display into my game or the directions, that time I will use this variable. Then we have string. If I click over here, then this we have the string. Check on this, click on this, again click on this compile, right? String, magenta color, group of alphanumeric character such as a hello world. If I click over here and say hello world over here, right? That I can use into my game. Now I have to create the event for that. I want to create more functional for that. It will come when we go a little bit more, the further. Delay displays we have, text we have, vector we have, change variable, select and say compile. If I'm selecting my property over here, now here you can see we have XYZ property over here. It's showing into the gold set of three numbers XYZ. This type is useful for 3D coordinations or the RGB data or 3 float value. If I click over here, here we have split structure pin. Now I have XYZ individually. If I just click over here and say recombine structure pin, now XYZ is together. So this is the main difference between say a get, this is a get, this is a set, right? Okay. Now we'll see the more variables in that. We have rotator. If I select the rotator, the color will be the cornflower color will be there. Select and see. This is the change. Bluish color has come. Group of number they can definite into a 3D. Compile over here. This can be used for the rotations. If I select over here, XYZ we have, right? So different variable we have the transform. It will get into orange color. Transform is the same XYZ, which normally if I'll see my any object which I've created over here, the same property we will get into the transform. Here we can see we have the transform property, same we have in our variables. Again I'll click over here, that is into the transform property. Then we have the object property over here. If I click over here transform, then we have object types, we have the structures types, right? Each and every one, this variable is playing their role as per the connections. So there are multiple things, but this is really very important to understand the which variable is gonna work, how is gonna work, right? As of now, I'll just turn off that, select and delete. I do not require any variable of now. First, I'll create the variable and I want it has to be into the float. Float variable is there, right? I'll just drag and drop and say get new variables. Now when we talk the get variables, I'll just try to drag it over here. First say compile, then here we are able to see the compile properties. If I'll drag over here, now if I want to add more delay with the help of this variable float value, here I can do the float. I'll make this 2. Now my game will get more delay if I select and change the name of that my variable from here, delay underscore display, right? So here you can see my names got changed over here, delay display. I'll just drag output and execute pin of that into the durations. Now the durations will work as per the which value I've given over here compile. Here you can say, right? And if I'll say play over here, I'll go to my new, select and just delete that much of area, select and play. See, my game stop automatically. Again, I'll go over here. Now that is the get. Now we'll see the set display. When we talk about the set, here we can give the more value instead of over here. Say compile. Again, click over here. Here we have the 2. Here you can say the 2 value is a variable, but I can give much more options over here. There is a one more options to delay games. I'll make this to a 4 seconds of that. Now I need to connect with this. So I'll remove event begin play. I'll remove that connections. So event begin will start with the set value, right? And set execute pin, output pin will go into delay and say compile. Now 4 plus 2, the 6 second has become. I'll just go over here and say start and the play. So my game will stop after 6 seconds, right? So this is the use of the different variable we can use. Select on this here, you can see event begins. So this is the variable how we can do that. Now we'll see the sum of its property variable what we have into the detail panel. This is very simple. You need to understand as already shown you over here. We need to see that on which and how these things is work. This is the normally when we are doing like normally we can see we are designing our blueprint, which node has to be the apply, how it gonna apply over here. If I want to use the sound, or if I want to use the particles, or if I want to use anything as per the requirement, right? This is the use of the blueprint, right? If you know the C++, that is an advantage, but we can make a game with the help of this blueprint as well as per our requirement. Okay, now we will see the some property of this variable. Here we can change the name of the variable. If I want to change of this variable into something like the fight variable, this is my fight. Here you can see my variable name got changed, it's become a fight. It's showing over here float. Here you will see when I'll move my mouse on that variable name, am I able to see this is into a float over here, right? If I'll click over here, this is the bytes, I keep variable in this, and again do the compile over here. If I'll move here, you can see this is a warning. So this is the set which we have given, it's not worked on this delay. But when I'll move my cursor here, showing you the byte. So this is depending upon which variable, how we are using it. Variable into the float, it is converted, and to the compile. Now I can change into something like tooltips. If I want to give the tooltips, what tooltips I want to give? This is game delay node. So when I'll move my mouse over here, you can see set this value to the fight. Set this value to the fight. Tooltips, this is the term it will indicate over here. This is the game delay node. Here you can see whatever I have written on my detail panel or the tooltips. Here I can see that. So this is little bit more, the shortcuts or the informations about that node, what we are using it. You want to use it to spam, you want to use for the private or individually, you want to use as a category. Here you can change into category. For an example, I'll change this category into, or normally when we are using into the Maya, we are doing a folder structure, right? Here you can see this is written over here, the variable and the file. So if I'll change into, for an example, India, I'll just write here, you can see this is as created India name and into the file. So here if I'm making a indoor, if I type, so this is the indoor variations. If I'll say the file, so indoor delay. Here you can say indoor delay. So here I can change my variable name. If I want to change my variable time, again I'm saying I can click over here, I can change as per my requirement.
Yeah.
If I want to change into, this is game display, I can use the tooltips, and this is the different
हाँ जी समझा
category.
हाँ
Hello.
வந்துச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இப்பதான் செக் பண்ணேன். 21 வந்தது. 21 வந்தது
Muted.
நினைக்கிறேன்.
Unmuted.
Hello, Swapnil sir. Hello.
Amar sir, no, you can continue.
Okay, right. Thank you. So into the category,
Disturbance came.
in category we have indoor. So once we type over here, say indoor delay, right? Here you can say this is the indoor delay, and if I'll say category indoor, it created that variables, or we can say a folder structure kind of thing. So it is very easy. So when we are using into the different folder or structure, we'll easily can differentiate where I'm using these variables. Now here we have the slider range. When we talk about the slider range, I'll say compile over here. So if I'm sliding over here, this is the infinity number I'm getting over here. I'll just make this to a 0. So instead of the infinity number, here I can give the limitations. For an example, from 1 to 5. So if I'm changing this 1 to 5, see, this has become 1 to 5 only. I can't go beyond that. Here we have value range. If I'll say value range between 2 to 4. So if I'll drag 2 and 4 will be there. I can't go. I can't slide, above the 2. But if I'm typing 1, yes, then only I'm able to go. I'm so sorry. I need to do the vice versa. 1 to 5, and this will be 2 to 4. So this is my value range. See, here I can go between 2 to 4 only. I can't go beyond that. But if I'm typing 1 or if I'm typing 5, see, I'm able to go that. But again, if I'm using this slide, I'm going between 2 to 4. So that is the slider range and the value range. When we talk about the replications use when we are making a game for the network, right, or with the multiple player, that time we can use. If you are using a the third person game or individual game, that time we do not require. Slowly we'll try to understand the coordinations between locally you want or high you want. So either we are just when we cross in that that's arrow options, we are getting the more options, right? So that is into the variations, right? So this is the way we can create the delay as per the requirement. If I start and the play over here, my game will get stopped after duration. Here you can say again, right now I am into my edit mode. I'll just move my mouse over here and just select on this, start and the play, right? So that was into a variable which we use the simple delay node in our this script. Now we'll try to see how to do explosions, how we can make the blueprint as per our requirement. When we talk about the explosions, right? So first of all, what I'll do, I'll just delete all these my durations, or I'll just alt and click. So that way I am remove my connection, again do the compile, right? Again, so what I'll do, I'll create the new level for that. Don't save. If I'll go start and just play, we need to check. See, my third person game is not working on this. Let me just open over here and just again go to start and play. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just create a new project. Just give me 1 minute. I need to do the new project over here. Say games, third person game, and just save this. So when we talk about, if I want to make a trigger, we can say, or the explosions when my characters walk, right? For that I need to use that third person character is getting open up over here. So if I click to my content, if I go down here, we need to see we have the blueprint script, third person blueprint. If I'll just drag and drop over here and I'll just select and play, stop and just play over here, my character is not working. But if I double click on that, here we can say this is the blue script which we have created. I hope so in my next lectures or after that I'm gonna show how we can make a characters in this way. how we can add our character or how we can give animation as per our requirement. See, this is not the blueprint level blueprint. This is the blueprint class. When we talk about the blueprint class, I can use that anywhere wherever I have required. For an example, if I want to use over here into my node, I can use that. Right? If I go on start and just play, let's see. Yeah, this is my character. This is a playing over here. Okay. Now what I'll do if I want to make, I was talking about the third blueprint over here. If I'll say blueprint, here we have the two blueprint. First is a third person character. If I'll click over here, when we create the blueprint, here we have the viewport, we have the construction script, we have event graph. In event graph, we can use the node. Into the viewport, I can edit my object or I can import my object. I can create, the movements which I want. I can do lots of things into my viewport. But if I'm doing a blueprint class, that I can use into my any level. But if I'm using that, if I'm making a blueprint level, that is for that particular level. So this is the main difference between the blueprint class and the blueprint level, right? So I'll just delete over here. Now, as of now, if I'll say game node, I just need to do double click over here. Here we can say game sessions classes. This is the node which we have given, right? This also gonna come into the next sessions, First, we'll try to understand what is a blueprint, how we can achieve as per our requirement. Now, I was saying, now what I want one of this, my character, once is crossed over here, there is some particle system over here, which is the blasting. Once he cross this area, this particle system get blast or it will get explode. Particle will get explode. So how I'll do that? First, I need to go to this my third person game level. If I'll go zoom out over here, say this is my zoom level, I'll reduce my camera speed into something 2. Okay. Now what I'll do, before that there has to be the the collision. We have to provide a trigger or we have to create certain null kind of object where our character wants to reach. In that there has to be the some the activity in that particular area. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll first create a blueprint class. First I'll go to the my content, I'll create a new folder. This is my new folder. Here I'll say edited, I'll click edited underscore bp underscore demo. Right, this is my folder structure. It's better always create a folder. Now what we'll do, because it is always stay into the content. Now save current, I'll save this file into, again let's just check it's my third person game working proper. Yes. So now what I'll do, I already created this demo. I'll just click over here. This time we'll use the blueprint class. If I'll click over here, it asks me, you want to create a actor, you want to create a pawn, you want to create a characters, player controller, game mode, actor component, different options that we have options over here. When we talk about these actors, right? So there are different variations, different options are there for the actors. Now what we'll do first? First we'll create the actors. Once I create the actor, is asking me. So here I will type particle underscore expo. So that is the, here you can see if I'll create an actor, is gonna look like this. If I'll create the blueprint class and say pawn, this I'll say test underscore 1. See, this is the pawn over here. If I'll create the new level, again blueprint class, characters, here we'll say character actors. Here you can see if I double click over here, this is going to look like, which I already shown you. This might be, I will cover into my next session or after sessions, right? We can import any our character. We can replace this character, whatever created character we have made into a 3D softwares, right? This kind of the animations also we can do. So for an example, that was the character. Again, blueprint class, player controller. Enter here, you can see with the help of this different blueprint class is also indicating this different logo. Again, if I'll say blueprint over here we have this options over here. Again, blueprint class. We have the game mode base. Double click over here you can see we have this base. Here we can add our controller. Here we can give the movement as per our choice or as per our controller. Again, the new event blueprint class, click over here. We have actor component over here. Here you can say we have this actor component over here, right? If I do double click over here, so they do not have the viewport, construction script, or the event graph. They have directly event graph. So when we talk about this last two, blueprint class, actor component and scenes component, right? Let me open the scene component. It's directly open into the event graph. This new blueprint do not have the viewport, construction script, or the event graph. So that is really very important to understand. See, Unreal is designed in such a way that easily we can connect as per our requirement. We only have to understand which node where we have to apply, what kind of the variable or the functions we need to require in our scene. So as of now, what I'll do, I'll just select everything and delete. Shift, and I'll just delete everything and say delete, force delete over here. Okay. So again, I'll just normally need to do a blueprint class. I will use this time actors. Once I'll scroll my mouse over here, I'm getting all information related to this class. If I click over here, actor class, here I can say particle underscore expo. Right now, double click over here. Now what we'll do, I'll create, just drag and drop to this my next to my screen over here. Now here we are getting an option. See, if I click over here, add component, I'll click over here, right? Here we have to add first the box collision. Here, whatever you are seeing this shape, this is not a shape. This is just indicating which node, which actor or the class I'm using it. If I'll use over here, say box collision, just type in the search area on your left hand side and say box collisions. Here we can see we have created this box collisions over here. I'll just drag this area. I'll just minimize this, right? I need to check where I need to put. So what I'll do, I'll just little bit go closer to my this area. Once my character will reach here, there has to be the explosions. I'll just drag and drop object over here. So I'm defining this area over here. I need to little bit more scale, pull this up, right? And again, I'll say compile. If I'll say compile and save, it will save that. Just drag and drop over here. So this is the, a box collider I've added. Now what I'll do, I will add particle system. Again, I'll go to the add component, click over here and just type in search area, particle, I'm so sorry, particle system. Now we need to check particle has to be the child of this box trigger or the box collisions, right? So I select my particle system. Here we are not able to see any particle because our template is empty. So there are multiple way we can add the particle into our this box collisions. So what I'll do, I'll select this my the particle system. Into my detail panels, I'll get the property of that particular add component which I have added over here. So I'll select the particle, I'll just drag into the none. Here we are getting option explosions. Here you can say explosion is added. This is the preset which we have given. Or fire. Fire is continuing. Here you can see this is continuation is going on. If I'll select, say this is the smoke over here. So again the smoke will be the continue. If I'll select over here and say sparks, So this sparks will continue, right? If I'll select over here, say Streamlit over here, the lit will continue. So there are multiple options like tutorial particle systems we have. So this is the added view over here. This is the preset. This is by default will come each and every Unreal. Yeah, Unreal 5.24. Explosions we have, fire we have. As of now, I'm using explosions into my scene, right? So I've added that. Again, I'll do compile and I'll save. So here if I'll see, this is the continue playing. What I'll do, I'll go to the start and play. See, this is the continue, but here what my requirement is, once my character reach into this particular area, that time only that spark will get effect or the blast will come. But here by default, this is coming to previous only, right? So again, I'll go to my particle systems. I'll select my particle system. I will go down. Here we have rendering visible, cast shadow you want. Yes, shadow options will there. If I'll go down more, activation auto activated, I'll turn that off. If I'll say save and if I'll start and play this time, nothing is effect because previously by default it was auto activated. Now I have not given any command, right? I have not given any trigger. I have not given any blueprint. Once my character will reach here, that time it get blast. That time only my smoke will come. Or if it's going continuous on that particular area, it will get blast, right? Now what I'll do, I'll open that and I will, this time I will go to the event graph, right? Now here we have this option event actor begin overlap, right? Now what is a actor event overlap? Once we overlap over here, this will get blast. So before that, what I'll do here, I need to give the, the property value or the spawn value. First, we'll try to create a more node. For an example, I have just select this node over here. I'll try to search spawn emitter. I'll just drag and drop and say SPAN spawn emitter attached. Here you say it's asking which emitter you want to blast. Here you can see the color is changed now. Right here we have applied the different variable in our event graph. Now if I click over here and again start go and play. Now again, this is not understanding on which event, which graph. Why? Here we have to give the locations value. Parallelly, what we have to give, we have to add one more node, right? So first of all, we'll give the locations number. For that, what I'll do, I'll create one cube over here. I will note down this value 600, 330 and 360. So first value X is my 600, 330 and 360 value. So this is just for the reference. I've created this box or the cube. I'll delete that. I'll go to my this. Now here spawn emitter attached. This would locations which I've required. It was a 600 by 330 and the 360. Right. So this spawn emitter will come in this area, which whereas I've created box. Again, I'll do the compile. Now again, if I'll start and play, so this will not get affected. Why? Because I need to add one more element over here. I need to add the element over here. Now what element is, I'll first remove this alt. Here event begin overlap, we need to assign node. And that node is cast to third person. Cast to third person character, right? Cast to third person character, other actor will combine with this object. and this output execute pin will go into this. If I'll say compile, go over here and just start and play over here. Now we'll see that play. This is not working, so we just need to check what else we need to add. Type auto activate, turn that off. Again, do compile and save. Click over here, go start and play. So we need to see which node we need to connect on this. Third person cast to third person character. Yes, that we have given over here. Actor and event. We need to auto destroy off. Just save and compile and just select. Play this time and just see, because we need to see. Let's again see into this trigger actions overlap. Again, go to this viewport. This is the trigger over here. Let's connect with, go down, compound overlap, click over here, begin overlap box. Let's try to connect with this box over here. I'll just remove this. Let's connect with this. Let's see, this is working. Other actors is click on the object. Again, compile, select, start in this play. Now this is not working on that. Again, let's do the Control Z. Event graph, let's cancel this. Click over here, patch name, begin name, locations, clip relevant over here. So now what was our requirement? Again, do the compile to this character, cast to the third person character. Again, just select and delete. We'll again try to create node, cast to third person characters. So this automatically will get compile this, cast fail, again compile this. This has to be the work. What is the emitter type? I just need to, I need to give this fire, right? Or I need to give the blast. I need to give this explosions, compile and save, turn this off, start and play. Let's see this. This is not working. Again, no problem. We'll see play if explosion, reset value of that. So this is our requirement. Event actor begin overlap. Yes, that's the perfect. We have cast to the third persons. Double this graph is coming up. Our actor and this actor is coming up. Spawn a meter attached. This is the wrong node. I'll just drag and say spawn a meter at location. So here we have to give the locations, say particle systems or explosions. So again, locations, that value we need to give, it was 600. Then into my y-axis it was 330 and it was 360. Right? Auto destroy off, compile and save. Let's see this times. Sometimes you might get bug. See this? So whenever I'm enter that much area, I'm getting these explosions. So which node we have given over here, that is a really very important, right? If I stop and place, and best thing is what, I can apply this anywhere, right? When we talk about apply, I just apply over here. If and again I'll go and play, but it will get blast over there because I've given that value over here. It was a spawn a meter at locations, right? So that is a very simple and easily we can reach as per the requirement. Again, if you want to do it, what you can do, you create the more a meter event for that. You can click on that as per our requirement, right? Okay, so we'll go a little bit more further for that now. So that was the explosions, how we can do with the help of our trigger and the blueprint. I'll just compile. Now, what I want to do, I want to use the animations now. I want to use a character, right? I want to add, when I'll move in that particular area, my character will started to do that animations, right? So once I'll reach, so what I'll do, first of all, I'll create a new level for you people and just say first selected this level, save selected. So I'm saving in that, again play and check, because sometimes what happen, our third person might not get one. Now what I want, this character once enter or reach into that particularly trigger area, there is a one character over here which started to do the animations. When I'll reach to this particular size and area, right? Once I reach that particular door or cave or anything, there always, when we see into the any games, once we reach into that area, we can see there are other characters who started to do the animations or started to do the act. So what we'll do first, this is our third characters over here. First of all, I am into my new level. First of all, what I'll do, then I'll go to my content over here. I'll just create a new folder, again new, and say folders. This is 3D underscore imported import characters. So now what I'll do, I'll import from this tab. I'll go to my desktops. I have this untitled dinosaur character over here. If I'm importing any characters over here, I'll say import animation as well. Yes. What will be the scale size are you looking for it? I'm using for the 0.3 or 0.4. For this, I'm using a 0.2 and say import to all. So here what we'll do, my FBX, my animated character which I did into a Max or the Maya, right, or the Blender or any 3D software, it will come in this. And it is also depending upon, if you see you are importing anything, this is tag is coming, okay, small error is there. Here we can see all, some of the the thumbnails are in different color. This is a static mesh over here. I have not given the name over here, but what I'll do, I'll just drag characters over here. I'll rotate that character in front of my this scene. Now what I required, once my this game character reach over here, this character has started to do animations, or this is already animated characters, or after crossing that particular area, this character is started to do run or jump. So multiple choice and multiple options we have to do in this. First I need to draw that character into my scene. Now what I'll do, I'll create a box trigger. If I'll go to the basic, I'll go down here, we have the box trigger. If you see the box trigger here, it is easily indicating, see this is a trigger icon over here. I'll just do a scale as per my requirement. Once my character reach on this area, I'll select and do this one, this area. I'll just select drag and drop. Once my character reach in this area, this dinosaur has to do the animations, right? Or some kind of the movement he has to do. First, I drag that static mesh. Second, I gone to my basic, or I can go over here, say box. I'll search for that. That is a box trigger over here. The trigger which I've made over here, right? When we do the trigger here, you can see some of the property, default, rotates, override settings. So multiple options we have over here. Now what we'll do, I'll select my trigger. I've just selected this and I'll just give this name, enter, or the rename, size, or the rename select or F2. This is my dyno, right? And if I'll select and say browse size, get here. Okay, no problem. I'll again delete and just drag my dinosaur over here. So here we'll get the name of that characters and just rotate. If I'm not selecting anything, control and middle mouse, I'm changing my view. This is the like how you can change your view. Do not select anything. Control, middle mouse and drag it. You can go front view, top view, side view, perspective view. If I'll make straight, I'm going into side view. If I'm going on this is my front view. If I'm going up, this is my top view. If I'll do diagonally, I'm going in my perspective view. So this is the shortcut key. We can use this. Right, so I've created this dinosaurs and this is the my trigger which I've added over here. Now what I'll do, I'll select my trigger box. I'll go to my level editor because I want to do that level animations. I'll go over here. I'll just reduce the UI of this blueprint and say blueprint and say open level blueprint. Right, so here what I need to do first, I need to give informations to that trigger. What trigger I need to do? If my trigger is selected, if I'll go and do right click here, we have automatically options over here, add event to trigger. If I have not selected anything, if I go on my event graph or level editor, here you can see that option is not indicating. So if you want to add anything, it's better to always select your object or the trigger. For an example, I have selected this my dinosaur. I'll go right click. Here we have add event for the dinosaur. Add event for the dinosaur. Here you can see create reference node. The same is used for trigger. Select your trigger, click, and here we have the reference trigger. We have add event for trigger. In add event, we have multiple options: collision, game, input, call function, trigger box. Right? So there are multiple. For this, we are using collision, add, actor, begin. Right? Once my actor or once my characters reach in this level, in this inside the trigger, is started to do actor begin overlap. Right? Now what we'll do, we have add event on actor begin overlap. Right? On actor begin the overlap. That's correct. Now what we'll do, now we need to bring compile and save. Here we are not able to see the more property. Now I need to bring my dinosaur node inside this event. Again, right click. You should be selected your 3D model. See, it is selected. Go to the event, right click and say create reference node. Here you can say this is coming into again the node which I already shown you different kind of the variables when we are doing. Now here we can say, here we have this node over here. This is my dinosaur node over here. Again, do the compile and save. Now what we have to do, I've selected my dinosaur. Now what he has to do, he has to do play animation. Play space animations. Here you can say play animation skeleton max component. Yes. Here we can say what animation you need to play your character. Here I want it has to play a tail movement. Once I've created over here you can see this node is automatically as created. Right? So what I'll do, I'll again do the compile and I'll try to save, because where my level is save, I will save that only. Now what I'll do, I can directly drag on this to this. I'll do combine. Once my character reach inside this level, because this is my trigger event. Right? This is my trigger event. Once my characters go inside, this character is started to play. And what animation is started to play? Anything which I have already reset over here. For an example, I'm using idle run, or first I'll say jump loop. I'll go down. I'll use his armatures, idle, bite, attack. It started to do attack in that, right? So again, do compile. It was not selected. You want to do the looping? Yes, you can click on that. It will, that animation will be continue. So here I can say tail or the bite. Again compile. See, whatever changes you have to do, always click on this compile. It always has to be the, you know, the active. Click on this. Now I can go over here and say play. Here you can see my character is still. Once I'll cross in that, see the movement, right? Again stop your game, again play. Here you can see it is not moving, right? My character, dinosaur character, is not moving. Once I'll reach, if you see that particular cube trigger, it will started to do jump, it started to do the animation. See, now the thing is that if I'll select the play animations over here, we have the looping. I'll select this triggers over here. Now here you can see that will be the continue. If you want to do the looping, click on this, again play. I'll click on this. This will be the continue. The animations will be the continue. Here I have not given that blueprint or connection that this has to be the, you know, if dinosaur is moving or kind of the action reaction is doing. But if I'll stop it again, if I'll play onto my previous, say this is the node. Once I'll cross that, so this is will started to move. Correct? Now, this is the one way we can do. Now what I want, once my character or once my this character or male character, once is outside, once he came from this container or the trigger, he started to do a different animations. Now here you will see this is doing the continuous, right? This is continue. If I'm going out, this is animation is continuing, it is looping, right? Start and this play. Here you can see this is once I'll reach over here, see, once I'll enter, it will started to again is looping continue, because I have selected looping over here. If I'll turn off, again do compile and play, I'll move this and started to say that will be the till end. Here you can see now here it is not, it is looping again because that is the end of the durations. So here you can see how I can remove once my character is gone inside. Again, if it is going inside, that character, that dinosaur animation is continuing, right? Because this is look little bit unaesthetic, which is not acceptable, right? It is jogging. So what I'll do, I'll remove this node. Here I will add do once node. Correct? Do once, only once it will do select and drag and drop to the play animations. This is really very simple. Trust me, guys. This is a slowly we'll try to understand what kind of animations we require, what we can do. That is also possibility is that if I'll select start and see over here, again, it's better to if we can play over here. I'll just select and go see. See now, do once only. Now this is not starting from the very frame again. This will be the till its last frames. Now, as I already told you, once my character, it's come out from this, my dinosaur has to be the start or it has following to my character. Right? Basically, normally we'll do that. But as of now, today, we will see that how we can change a different animations to our characters, right? For an example, I'll select my container or the trigger box again. I'll go over here to my event graph blueprint, right click and say event, collision event. Yes, what? Actor and overlap. Previously it was collision and actor begin. Now this is to be the end. Once my character's game character is coming out that trigger box, my animations, my dinosaur animation will change. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this node, Control C and V, whole node I have copied, right? So again, I'll just drag this into this my object. Now here I just need to change of my animations. Select over here, go down, which is the character preset you have, idle run. Now again do compile. Now here you will see once starting is static. Once I reach to that container, animation is started. If I'll come out, see animation is started. See this? Right? Again stop and again see looping you want to do. You can turn off and off. You can do that as well. Again do the compile and started to play or simulations. I'll click over here and say simulations over here. If I'll see my character is moving, stop, click, go over here and play. I need to stop that simulations. Start, stop. Right? If I want to make this structure into a proper chart or proper group way, I'll just select and drag this first of all as per my requirement. Just put into as per their choice. I'll just select everything, right click and say create component from selections. So here I'm creating a group or chart which we are using into a nuke also. This is my trigger underscore with dinosaurs. Compile and just save. Again play. See, I lose that one. Exposures to Lex. Looping you want. Simulations. Stop. Play. Right. So that way we can create this nodes with the help of the blueprint. Now, what I'll do, I'll create, if I want to use a cinematic or the different level sequence. So what I'll do, I'll again create the new level file and say the new level, and normally this do not save. I am not selecting my previous level. Now what I'll do, I'll just drag these characters over here. I'll just remove this box. Right now what I'll do, if I want to use this animations clip, this is just a glimpse I'm showing you as of now. If I want to use this cinematics, right, cinematics over here, what we have under our toolbar. So what I'll do, I'll first create the new level sequence editor. It's try to save. Yes, save it. Once you save it over here, if you go to your content browser, see this is the new level. Here what we are saying, this is the new level which we have created. Right? So I'll select my dinosaur characters from the outliner. Now drag and drop to my timeliner. If I'll click on this cinematics over here, level sequences, I'm getting these options. Once I've created this node will add into my content browsers. So try to save current over here and just save. Right, this node is saved. Now if I click on this animation, it will ask on which character what. If animation here is the some presets which we have, it is automatically selected which animations can apply. So second is the idle bite over here or attack of the tail. If I'll start in the place, just start in this place, select and play. So this is the tail animations. So this is my start and the end frames. Now if I want to blend, if you'll see my time duration, I need to increase. Correct? If I'm going into my animation, here we have the transform. If I want to animate or if I want to give animations to this transform, I need to click on this keyframe. Here we can see the keys in but not to this layer animations. Normally what we are doing into the Maya, we have the tracks editor where we can import or we can blend two different animated clips together. The same rule apply over here. I have imported my characters into my scene. Then I drag from my outliners to my sequence editors. If I want to import more clips, I'll click on this plus animations. This time I will say byte. Here you can see the two animation is added over here. Now we'll just see the durations of that. This is my tail. Now select, drag and drop. Now this I want to be a little bit, forward and back. Now here I will increase the durations of my timeline, just control and middle mouse timeline for zoom in, zoom out, and the maximize. If you start and play here, you can see this is doing amateurs. Then after you can see it started to jump, right? Now what I'll do, if I'll stop this, if I'll move this my clip. Here you can see it is already started to do the blending with my previous animations. Here you can see this is already started. I'll just drag this up. I'll pull this my character a little bit up so that way easily we can see this. I'll just drag it over here. I'll just select and move my key. Here you can see. So here I'm started to get that blending from one animations to second animation. See this? This is attacking, right? So this is my tail animations we have. Then we have the different animations clip. As of now, we are not using this into our blueprint, but very soon I will show in my next sessions how we can use all this animated clip into a blue script, because we need to first understand what is a blueprint, blueprint class, blueprint level. If I want to add anything, now first we'll try to move our run animation. So this is the run animation I'll put into the same clip. This is the on the attack, then this will try to blend on the same clip over here. Now select and play. Spacebar is the shortcut key to play that. So it started to get right, but it is moving. The dinosaur is moving into the one character. Now if you see the my time duration, I need to move this red line here. Now what I'll do, I'll just started to click over here and I'll just go to the transform and locations. I'm looking for to go into the y directions. I'll give that key on that particularly transform. So I'll go to my last frame. I'll move that over here from this to this. You want, please make sure if you're scrolling, it will give the little bit higher value. So I'll see this is the my animations clip. And if I'll start to play this, start and play this, see this is the very simple way we can do. So again, we can do this modification as per the requirement. If you want to increase, go to this last keyframes. If you want to give the more, you can do that as well. It is in your hands. So here we can see this is the started to move. You want to reduce it, stop, Control Z. Go to the next frame and just select and put it over here. This is depending upon you. So in my next, the blueprint session, I will try to show how you can use this once my character reach on that trigger, correct? How this character can follow. So there are multiple, and as for the, the like lecture wise, I'm showing you this detail, how you can take the lecture, how you can, teach this blueprint informations, level editor to our students, right? So we'll go a little bit more further now. Now, if I want to make, I'll create the third level games and I'll just delete this. I do not want to save this. Again, I'll create the new level. Say this is my new level over here. If I'll start and play, let's start play buttons. Again, it's better to create the new file. Start and stop and start and display. Here you can see the script editor is a little bit gone. So again, let's open into the new project or new game character, third person character. Double click on that, just create a new project. Now what I required, I need to make animations like once of my game character reach to this trigger, right, reach to this particular area, the ball or any objects will get fall. So that is the trigger way we can achieve that effects. And there is a one more thing in edit plugin. There is a one plugin called the Apex. This is not installed. I'll just click this Apex and say restart now. Save selected. I'll just save and save selected on the same file. This will get reopen over here. We'll see the more. So now when we correct the use of the BP is important to this reason. Why the the blueprint is important. Future proofings. Easily we can elaborate or edit as per your requirement, collaboration with the help of C++, and with the help of this, we can achieve that. I'll just open the new project over here. Just 1 second. I'll just duplicate my screen over here. So this project is getting open over here. Display and this duplicates. Collaboration is there. Display. Okay. Performance in with the help of blueprints, we are getting a little bit faster. The animations. I'll just stop it again. Stop and do again present that. So if you'll see this node here, we can see there are multiple nodes we can edit. Right? Here you can see again, double click. Go to the next clip. Here you can see this is the multiple node, various node we can add. This is depending upon the requirement, level, character, what action he has to do. Here you can see each and every variables has defined with the different color. Color is really very important when we are understanding the blueprint. I'll go to the next page. Now blueprint, before we start some terminology, blueprint BP we call the blueprint classes BP plus C++ entitles native C++ we are using it. If you see the blueprint, so in blueprint C++ is using data tables, curves is also using data assets, child actors, interface, different libraries we have, frameworks we have, different components we have, inheritance we have, right? So this is all tools can be used into the blueprint. So let's see that that level is open now. Let's see Apex destructions. Oh, let me just check it. I'll just check it over here. Let's close. Let's search. Let's close this also. This is already installed. Now what I'll do, I'll create the new level first. New level over here. Now what I'll do, I'll just drop this sphere over here. If I'll select this sphere, if I do the right click here, we have options. Browse to asset. Now it will indicate in content browser where this sphere is located. If I want to use that option is not applied over here, let me close this again. I will not save this. Just give me 1 minute. I'll just close this also assets. I will close the Unreal. Let's open the new project. Again, go to the library, launch 4.2.54. Now what I want to, do the ball animations. Once my character into that trigger, the ball automatically will start it to, the simulation. Plus, after colliding with on the ground, it will get, converted into the particle systems. It get explode once it's collide with the ground, right? Let's just start and the play to see play here. Again, create the new project over here. Third person's games. I will not save this time again. So what meaning of the inheritance means? If parents and child relationships, right? If I've added more objects in my scene, that way I can do variations in that. Let things, this projects will get opens over here. Yeah, see, this is the working. Now what I'll do first, I'll create a new level. This is my new level. Now what I'll do, I'll check that sphere over here. This is my sphere, right? So what I'll do right click on my object and say browse to the asset. Yeah, and I can add event here as well also. If I want to add event for an examples on clicked, so it will automatically will add in that event graph, right? So I hope soon in very new sessions and every sessions I'll try to explain browse to asset. Right click on this browse, still that license that plugin is not installed, say edit, again go to the plugins and search for the Apex Destructions, click on that Apex Destructions. So this happened into the Unreal save selected, save. In previous, I guess there are lots of Unreal file was open, that's why it was not saved. Let's see, open this. It easily will get open over here. Now what I'll do after clicking on that asset, I will get there is one option destructions, right? So we'll see that how we can do the dynamic simulation. Like it is really very simple and easy to do. Just give me the 1 minute is the file is loading up. I'll just delete this. Let's see that new level is recent level is untitled. Yeah, it's there. Now if I'll select right click and say browse in asset, it's here. Right click on that. Here we have create destructible mesh. After installing that Apex, we are seeing this option. If I'll click over here, it's showing it is already there. Let's delete this. I do not require reference. Let's do not delete this. Create destruction, let it be to the override. Otherwise what will happen, yesterday I deleted this sphere from the Unreal only. I was getting this blank error, so I have reinstalled it again. So once you click from in your content, create destructible mesh, say yes, you want to override it, yes, this tab will get open. See, in this tab what options we have here, we have the maximum Voruni cell site count. How much count you want? 25. I'll just click on this explode. Here it's not gonna work. Why? Because we need to click on this fracture mesh. So as of now I'll increase this into 80 and click on this fracture mesh. It hardly take 1 or 2 minutes to show us that explode amount over here. So how many destructions we required here, you can see this is how things is there. If you want to increase more, make it more 100 and click on this fracture mesh over here. Click on this. This is assigning. Again, click over here. So more particles, or more parts we are getting of that sphere. Now click over here. Enable impact damage. Yes, we required. And this damage has to be the 1. Right? Random seed you want. If you want to make a random seed, yes, you can do that. Again, if you click over here, some the shits are changed. Again, click on the save. I'll go over here. Which DM I have created, just drag and drop, pull it up. I'll just select this sphere. I'll delete this. Sphere references level blueprint. Do you really want to delete this? Will break references. Okay, let's delete that. I'll just select this. If I'll start it to play this, box is there. Sorry, I'll just pull that. I'll put it that into the wrong side. I'll just select and put over here. I'll put this sphere over here. So if I'll start and play to see that, see it's that, but it is not falling. Why that so? Because there are no event or the collision is applied to that. Now select that sphere and we can see the outliners or into the detail panels over here. Physics, simulation physics, yes. Now if I'll start and play, see this, right? Very easy and achievable movement we can do. If I'll select more over here and try to scale it up and say start and play, so this will get up, right? We can add the more element. For an example, I add the cube over here. I'll not select anything, control and top, control and middle mouse. This box is there, so that is with the help of the side view. So we'll come to know now where I'm putting my box. Select this, So this box is there, press F, we are going inside. I'll just move that cube over here and I'll just try to scale that cube in this way. Don't select, control and middle mouse, drag it. So this I can make into rotate and I can make this way. Right. So again, if I'll go and start, this is dynamically. See this? Now thing is that what I required, this is starting, right? It's by default it's falling. If I'm not entering into my trigger, because I have not created trigger, I have not added the blueprint into my screen. So what I do, right? So now we'll open a blueprint class for that, right? Or add, I'll go to my blueprint which I've created early. It is not saved because this is a new, right? If I'll go to my geometry, startup constraint, third person's animations actor, let's see where we have put it. Basic shape, this is here. So here I'll say create blueprint. We'll create the blueprint actor this time, right? And I'll give this to a name, ball underscore fall, right? I'll double click on that. So here what we'll do, now we'll import our DMs, PRDM, which we have created. This is there, just drag and drop over here into my blueprint, right? Now once I'll do the blueprint over here, now what I'll do, I'll select into my add component and I'll go to the my box collision. Now always we need to see this is the child has to be the of the sphere, right? I'll move this scale and put a little bit more scalar size. If any person or any character once enter into this ball will fall, right? Again do the compile. So this is the logic what we are using for this. Now into the box there is one option is called the collision. Now into the collision here you can see the collision preset. So I will make it into a custom, because if I'm not using the custom, these all are locked. So first of all I'll say ignore all. I want only when pawn or any my character walk through in that time it get overlap, right? So this is the like setting we have to select it our the box collisions, ignore all, and for the pawn we need to do the overlap on, right? We'll try to compile and save, plus there has to be the one event on over begin. Click on this, so it will add one node into the event graph. From the viewport select your this, click over here into the on component. First we did the collision, this the collision changes we have did, custom collision preset we use the custom, pawn on, then go down events, collision begin events, which added the node over here. Now what it will do, I'll just drag and drop one of my character enters in this box. This will do simulation sphere. Simple, that's it. No more tricks in there. Says simulate, right? Here you can simulate on, do the compile and save. So what I'll do, I'll just drag these things over here, go over here, and first we'll say build all level, because we added the elements over here. Now what I'll do, which is the script which I have created, right? It is calculating this add will go, see, gone. So what I'll do, first of all, I'll remove, because I already have created script for that. If I select and drag this over here, this is my box or trigger. Don't select, control and middle mouse up. Select this sphere. If anyone character, and once they have entered this trigger or enter this, the cube or the box, my sphere or my simulations will start. See this? Now go select and play. Just see that. See? Again, if I want to edit this also, I'll need to go to my viewport. I'll select this child. I'll increase this into a little bit more. Or you want to, it's sometimes in the cave, once you enter, there are lots of, the debris and the all stones started to get fall. So this is some kind of the element we can do with the help of this blueprint. That is very simple but very effective. Blueprint compile error. Let's see what error we are facing. Simulate compile error. It's there. It is working on. If I'll say play, one or more blueprint is unresolved to compile error. Okay, let's see that. Was the error is there? See, there is one error. No. Anyway, my animation is perfectly playing over here, so that is no problem. I'll just say play and say play in editors. If I'll select this, see, this started to get fall. So this is the very simple and easy way we can do that. We can achieve this. Again, play in editors. Why that's so? Let's see this. This is the perfect. If I'll go to my viewport, I'll just select these collisions. If I want to change the materials, I can do that. If I want to add more material presets, I can select and add that as well. Compile, double click on the material, so material editor will get open over here. See, right, start and display, play into the editors. See, this has started to get. So this is how we can, achieve kind of the effects into the blueprint, right? Cool. So now there is a one more way we can convert, how we can give our keyboard if I want to turn on and off light with the help of my keyboard, how I'll do that. So the new projects, games, and again into the third persons and create the new project. Do not save. So my new projects will get open over here. Now what I require, I'll create the light in my scene. Now, if I want to add a blueprint for that, now if I'll press E or if I'll press any keyboard in my scene, right, my light will, I can turn on and off that light in my scene. If I'll just start and play and just check that, yes, this is the playing wonderfully. So what I want as of now, I'll create the light, say spotlight into my scene, drag it up. I'll just play with the intensity or I can change the color of my light. Now what I want, if I'll press E in my keyboard, right, my light can get turned on and off. First, I'll just click and say build all level. Let's that error, gone because that light I have added over here. This is compiling. But error will go. If we'll go again, I already told you that if I'll go third person game blueprint, here we have the blueprint for that. This is my third person game controller game mode we have. Now what I'll do, I'll create a blueprint for the level. That node will get over here. See, this is the node. If I drag and drop over here. Now what I want in my light, if I'll select my light, there is a one option is called visibility. Performance, light function, light, yeah. Visibility on and off I want to do with help of my keyboard during my gameplay, right? So what I'll do first, I'll select my light, I'll go over here, right click and say create reference point. Here we are not doing the collision as of now, we'll just create the reference. Okay, this is my light reference, this is the node which we have over here. Now what it has to do, I'll press right click, input, spacebar E. I need to search over here, go up. Here we'll start it to see if I'll move my mouse or keyboard. Here we can say XYZ. When I'll press X, this has to be do functions. When do Y, E is a better, we can do enable on and off. E will come here. Yeah, this is the E. So when I'll press E, what function do? When I'll release D, what functions do? That I can do into my blueprint editor. Right, so first of all I'll need to do the compile. I'll just drag this to down. Now I'll just select and say what it has to do. Set visibility, set visibility spotlight component, because I need to add a spotlight, right? Visibility, because I already shown you we need to do visibility on and off that of my light. Say once I'll go into my contains or the spotlight over here, I'll just go down, rendering visible. The same node I need to do, once I'll click on this set visibility, this light component node will automatically will add. We can search set visibility light component spotlight component. This will add automatically this node, right? Now this is the like the target set visibility is on and off. Now what I'll do, once I'll press E is, this is the new connection which I'll do. This will get on compile. When I'll press E, its visibility is off. So I'll start and play E. See, my light is off. If I'm pressing continuous E, this is not coming up. Again, select, play. If I'll go there, here you can see this is the real-time shadow I'm getting to my character. If I'm pressing E again and again, my light is not coming. So what I'll do, I've created my spotlight, then I've set visibility on, right? Now what I'll do, I'll just copy of this set visibility. Now I'll say released, on this same release, my visibility if on, new visibility false, that will get off. This is on, this is off. If I'll compile, I'm getting this error. Now I've created this variable, but for which my spotlight component is not connected with my target. Here you can see this is connected with the target. Just drag and drop over here and say compile, your error will go. If I'll select over here again, I'll go start and play E. See, if I'm releasing E, light is coming, because in that node it was released. Till when I'll press E, light is not visible. Whenever I'll just release E, on and off. That is for the good effects if I want to do, but not how we can do that. Right? If I want to do turn on and off, so for that what I'll do, I'll release this component. I do not require, and I'll release place also. So for that, what I'll do, there is a one node is called drag and drop to this flip and flop. Flip and flop is the node. Now when I'll pray A, that means praised A, this visible is on. Once I'll press it again, this target will get on. And again do the compile. So I'm not using this release option, I'm just only using these praised options. Select and this time just start and play over here. If I'll go this side, press C, on, off, on, off. So that is a very easy, and I'm getting into the real time this shadow effects. Right? So this is the power of the blueprint. So that is a depend how we can do. If I want to make my actor, this is the way we can do that. But this is how you can start the lecture. If you want to try to understand what is exactly the blueprint is, how we can achieve as per our requirement, as per our the nodes demand, right? If I'll press over here, and for an example, if I'll create a new characters, I'll do not save this. This is my new character. Let's create a blueprint class. Here I will add a character or actor. Actor I have just added, double click on that. I'll create the add component. For example, if I'm adding a box, no, I'm adding a cube, cube, cube. Yes, I've added this cube in my scene. Now if you see into the previous, the file, whenever I'll move, my camera is moving. So that is how we can create. If I'll add a component over here, camera, so my camera is become a child of this my cube. If I'll select this my cube, I'll just pull this to up, compile, and if I'll drag and drop into my scene, here you can say this is where we can create our blueprint or character. I'll just select and rotate this my camera over here. Again I'll click on compile, so this automatically will see this. But we can give the multiple when I'll move these, or if I'm playing these games, right? Cinematic play this game, different my camera is not able to add because I need to add that camera in my default gameplay. But with the help of this, the blueprint, we can create the actors. For the same way, if I'm importing or creating a blueprint class, actors, double click on this blueprint. This is the mesh. This mesh is empty as of now. If you want to add mesh in that, skeleton max, see the marquee I added, just drag and pull it down over here. If you want to add the animations, character movement you want to add, so there are different way we can add to our animated presets into this, right? If you want to add component, I can create the camera, or if I want to add animations in mesh, important, just select, drag and drop. You can rotate the camera, you can do the headshot. But if you want to do the movement as per the the preset what we have, third game generator, that also you can do that. Whatever I've created, I'll just drag over here, I'll just put this. If you see over here, by default it's showing into the over the shoulder of that camera, right? So there are different multiple movement we can do parallelly, right? So I'll end my sessions over here. I hope everyone is understood about the basic of the blueprint, how we can add, how we can, create the movement, how we can create the light switch on and off. So different way we have used this. Thank you so much, guys.